Bears bidding battle. The fight to keep the Bears in Illinois heats up this morning with competing pitches and a key news conference on the way.
Chicago comes together this morning to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. with a keynote address focused on defending democracy.
Plus, snow is moving into the area this morning. You can see it. It's in the city now. So the commute is going to be one on this Friday, January 16th.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts now.
Good morning, everyone. The lights. Oh, let there be light.
Amazing how much different we look when lights are off.
A lot of people count on that, Terrell.
I was about to say, yeah.
Hi, I'm Tanya Babich.
Yeah, I'm Terrell Brown. It's not the first time I've been told that before. Anyway, before weather and traffic this morning, hey, we've got a simple fitness reset that you can do anywhere. An Orange Theory trainer is live in the house this morning showing how resistance bands can deliver a powerful workout, plus details on the upcoming transformation challenge.
But your AccuWeather forecast and a traffic update first. Let's go to Tracy now for a look at the weather.
Yeah, those bands are very, very handy. Well, we have some bands of snow this morning moving across DeKalb. Visibility has lowered. Here is the snow, and you can see it's covered just about all of northeast Illinois. Northern Indiana, yet to see it. It's on the way. So we have had this snow coming down for about an hour and a half now in Waukegan. Out toward Cary, Marengo, snow is falling into Naperville. If you're in Wheaton, you're getting that snow as well. Visibility dropping at Midway now down to a mile and a quarter, dropping in Joliet. So the snow has arrived. But you can see the visibility now at O'Hare and up in Waukegan down to about a mile. For the most part, that's kind of bordering on moderate snow, but much of what we have been seeing is light. But as it's coming down, it does have a chance to accumulate on surfaces that have not been treated with some salt or some of that spray that some suburbs use. 20s, that's where we are right now with temperatures. We're in the teens with the wind chills. Diane.
Starting off with a crash out in Algonquin, and we're told by authorities that this is a pretty serious one. Before we get to that, we've got some information from O'Hare. O'Hare now has a ground stop for all arrivals because of the changing weather conditions. So a heads up there. This just in, ground stop over at O'Hare. Check with your airline this morning. Here is the information about that head-on crash. Algonquin police tell us they are directing traffic in the area of Square Barn Road and Algonquin Road because of this closure and a lot of emergency equipment that's needed there at the scene. So a heads up there. As far as the big picture is concerned, growing travel times across the board on many of our inbound expressways, only seeing outbound delays on the Kennedy, and even that's only about a half hour to get out to O'Hare, so it's not terrible. Taking a live look at the Dan Ryan, starting to see the tail lights really light up here, starting to see things fill out. About a 35-minute trip right now, 95th Street to downtown with wet pavement now in the Chicago area. Back to you.
All right, Diane, thank you so much. The Bears battle, or the battle over the Bears' future is picking up momentum this morning.
It sure is. Leaders in Arlington Heights are set to make their case to keep the team in Illinois, while Indiana lawmakers are signaling that they're ready to play. Christian Picos joins us now with more as the stadium debate intensifies. Christian.
Yeah, Tanya and Terrell, as the Bears gear up for the big game Sunday against the Rams. The team's future, its home, still very much up in the air this morning. The team certainly getting the bidding war that it wanted between Illinois and Indiana. A news conference is set to take place a little bit later this morning up in Arlington Heights. The news conference is called Keep the Bears in Illinois, and will focus on urging Illinois lawmakers to approve a mega project bill that would help support large-scale developments throughout the state, including the Bears development at Arlington Park. Infrastructure improvements around a new stadium would cost an estimated $855 million, which the Bears reportedly want the state to assist with. The governor and leading lawmakers have expressed a willingness to help out with infrastructure, but have made no formal commitments.
I hope that this can be a year where we can have a conversation that's going to be open, honest, and transparent about how to move forward. And the Bears know now that the ball is in their court.
Meanwhile, we have learned that two Republican Indiana lawmakers have proposed Senate Bill 27, which would create the Northwest Indiana Stadium Authority. It would acquire and finance certain facilities, enhancing the framework for a potential Bears move to the state. Indiana Governor Mike Braun said during his State of the State address earlier this week that he would do whatever he can to bring the Bears across state lines. Back here live this morning, of course, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson not giving up hope of the Bears staying right here at Soldier Field along the lakefront. We're live in Chicago this morning. I'm Christian Picos, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Christian, appreciate it. Thank you. Today we'll learn if the Chicago lawyer accused of killing his wife will stay behind bars. A detention hearing for Adam Beckerink will begin this morning. He's been in custody after being extradited from Michigan this week. That's where Beckerink served a sentence for domestic violence against Caitlin Tracy. She was found dead at the bottom of a stairwell in his South Loop condo building back in 2024.
The man accused in the deadly shooting of Charlie Kirk is scheduled to appear in a Utah courtroom today. Lawyers for Tyler Robinson are expected to allege a conflict of interest is apparent in the Utah County Attorney's office. They say a child of one of the attorneys was at the Utah Valley University event where Kirk was killed. Robinson is facing several charges, including aggravated murder and felony use of a firearm.
Tensions remain high in Minneapolis this morning. Tear gas was deployed as demonstrators confronted ICE agents outside a federal building yesterday. There have been days of protests in the city following 2 shootings involving federal officers. High school students joined those protests yesterday, walking out of their classes. Minneapolis schools are allowing virtual learning through at least February 12th for students who feel unsafe going to class. President Trump is threatening to invoke the Insurrection Act in Minnesota over recent protests. That would allow him to deploy the United States military in that state. Governor Tim Walz has not asked for the military to be deployed, instead asking for federal immigration agents to leave. The Insurrection Act has not been used in decades, but President Trump has threatened to use it in the past as court rulings blocked his efforts to deploy the National Guard into cities like Chicago. Should the president invoke the act, he'd likely face lawsuits.
Whatever he does, whether he tries to follow through on that, we are prepared. I'm sure my colleague, General Ellison in Minnesota, is prepared to respond.
The Department of Homeland Security says the president will consider all information available before making a decision.
A key ruling in the upcoming trial of a Chicago man accused of offering a bounty for the murder of Border Patrol Chief Gregory Bovino. Prosecutors have said that Juan Espinosa Martinez is a high-ranking gang member. His lawyers say he's not. Yesterday, a judge said prosecutors had provided no evidence of his alleged gang affiliation, and they cannot bring it up during his trial. That trial is set to begin next week. The permanent Bally's Casino in Chicago may not open until 2027. A bill was filed yesterday to allow the casino to extend its license for the Medina Temple location through September of 2027. There's also an option to extend again as construction on the permanent location continues.
Today, Chicago is honoring the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. through faith, service, and civic unity.
City leaders and faith communities are gathering for the mayor's annual interfaith breakfast, with a former vice president delivering the keynote address. Lisette Nunez is live this morning at the Hilton Chicago. She has more for us. Lisette.
Hey, good morning. Well, this year's theme is defending our democracy and protecting our rights. And as you mentioned, the keynote speaker will be former Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, Chicago has held its first Martin Luther King Jr. breakfast under Mayor Harold Washington, and that event has now become an annual tradition. Mayor Brandon Johnson will lead the breakfast today, and the event honors the legacy of Dr. King. In a statement in part, Mayor Johnson says the vice president could be anywhere, and the fact that she chose to come to our city and lift up the work we are doing to defend our democracy means a lot to the people of Chicago. Vice President Harris is a trailblazer and a staunch defender of the freedoms and rights of everyday Americans. We are honored to host her and look forward to a historic MLK Interfaith Breakfast this year. This annual event also celebrates the contributions of local community leaders to the city of Chicago. We're live in the South Loop with Lisette Nunez, ABC7 Eyewitness News. Back to you.
All right, Lisette, appreciate it. Thank you. And in celebration of Dr. King's legacy, young speakers from 4th and 5th grade will compete by giving speeches on citizens and leadership responsibilities. Foley's 7th annual MLK Jr. Oratory Competition begins this morning inside the Drake Hotel's Grand Ballroom. Students will be judged on their delivery, stage presence, and decorum. The MLK holiday is Monday.
The Cubs convention kicks off today. The opening ceremony is this afternoon at the Sheraton Grand downtown. It is a, excuse me.
Ooh, getting you all choked up.
I know. It's a 3-day celebration of all things Cubs baseball, bringing fans face to face with current players, alumni, and team icons. And tomorrow, this is what I'm choked up for, a reunion.
Aww.
Planned for the 2016 World Series championship team. Sorry,
year.
folks. Tickets, I know. 2016 was a good year.
Yeah.
Tickets are all sold out. This morning, we're hearing firsthand from a Bears superfan who went viral this week. Brandon Martinez was seen everywhere on social media, grating cheese at Saturday's Bears-Packers game at Soldier Field. And just a little while ago on our 6 o'clock show, I talked to Brandon. He told me about his newfound fame.
It was funny to see it became a meme first, and then the messages were rolling through, and then they were asking, how do we get a hold of this guy? And then that was it. It was just nuts. It's been hectic.
And we found him. Martinez says he plans to be in the stand Sunday night when the Bears take on the Rams here on the lakefront, but he probably won't be grating any cheese that time around. I was like, well, what can you do? It's LA. He's like, how about some birria? I'm like, all right.
Sure,
go.
I'm good with that. Anytime. He's in the studio. How does that feel to be in the studio watching yourself on the news
TV?
right now?
Unreal, he says. Unreal. He and his wife, Celia, are here taking pictures.
Live and local news just getting started, streaming out loud this morning. When we come back on this Friday, a familiar playoff matchup. The last time the Bears faced the Rams, it led to a Super Bowl title.
Ooh, you don't say.
Yeah.
Plus, a new healthcare plan is unveiled, but with premiums already soaring, critics are questioning whether it goes far enough.
But first, Tracy has your AccuWeather forecast. It's an AccuWeather alert day. You can see there on the screen. We're going to time out the next 12 hours, let you know what's going on with this snow when we come back.
Good morning to you. Well, it's not a great morning weather-wise. I mean, I know it's not a major storm, but the timing is everything. And we have snow across the area right now. It's falling here in the city, northern suburbs up into southern Wisconsin. Currently, we went from kind of a little bit of a moderate burst of snow around St. Charles. It's getting lighter, but it is still out there. And this snow continuing to break out across the area, and visibilities have lowered. So what that tells us is, yes, it's snowing lightly in most cases, but when you get visibility less than a mile, you know that it's coming down maybe at a more moderate pace. But our visibility within the past 45 minutes at Midway went from 10 miles to 1.25 miles. It's still okay in Gary. That will be dropping. So the snow, it is with us. Now, as we go, probably mid-morning, I'd say the closer we get to 9:30, 10, much of this snow is going to be moving off to the east. What we get this afternoon, rising temperatures up into the 30s and some occasional bursts of snow as well. But that later this afternoon and this evening is likely to be maybe a little more slushy because we get those temperatures up into the mid-30s. Anyway, you slice it, we are looking at total accumulations 1, maybe up to 2 on the higher end of things today. 26 degrees, wind chill is 16, a cold day or a cold morning, but temperatures do go up today. Diane.
All right, out there on the roads, we're starting to see some heavier traffic building really across not just the expressways, but the tollways are getting pretty busy too. We've got a couple crashes for you. The first one, speaking of the tollways, on the northbound side of the Tri-State, right at Sanders Road. So a heads up, that's where we're seeing a pretty significant delay, about 1.5 miles break open right past that crash. So a heads up, we're seeing just a small capers delay as well. Westbound 290 past Beesterfield, significant delay there because of a crash in the lane of traffic. State Police, they are with that particular crash as well. Outside we go. This is a look at our Rosemont camera. I show you this because this is the area of O'Hare. O'Hare is actually in the background. So just to give you an idea of why there may be a ground stop over at O'Hare and why visibility may be an issue. So you want to check with your airline. And as you are heading to the airport, it's a good idea maybe to tack on an extra 10 minutes to get there. Tanya and Terrell.
All right, got it. Diane, thank you. The University of Illinois system is raising tuition. There's a 2% increase for incoming freshmen who are Illinois residents. Tuition was frozen for the last 7 of the last 11 years. U of I campuses in Urbana-Champaign, Chicago, and Springfield also raised tuition for out-of-state and graduate students in professional and online programs. There are concerns over rising measles cases in the country right now. There's a new tool available from ABC News allowing you to track the danger of measles in your neighborhood. You can track vaccination rates, risk level of potential outbreak, and how many measles cases have been reported in the state. You can do so by entering in either your zip code or the county you live in. You can find it on our website, ABC7Chicago.com. And as millions of Americans face rising health insurance costs, President Trump is rolling out what he calls a new great health care plan. Supporters say it gives people more control, but critics argue it's short on details and could leave questions unanswered. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the latest.
As health insurance premiums skyrocket for millions of Americans, this morning, President Trump outlining a new health care plan. The key provision calls for sending money directly to Americans for health savings accounts, so they can choose their own insurance and bypass the federal government. But critics argue the plan does not extend Obama tax credits that ended at the start of the new year. ABC's Mary Bruce pressing the White House for specifics.
How exactly would this work? And can the president assure Americans that this will be enough to cover their health care costs?
Congress and the White House are going to work together to put this plan into action.
Democratic Senator Patty Murray posting on social media, quote, "It took the president over a decade to come up with a health care plan that is one entire page," adding that it will do nothing to stop premiums from more than doubling. Some health experts also worry that people with pre-existing conditions may not be able to get coverage, which has been guaranteed under the Affordable Care Act.
That could discriminate against people with pre-existing conditions, that could destabilize the ACA marketplaces and make coverage more expensive for sicker people, or maybe even insurers could drop out and not offer that coverage anymore.
Costs have been soaring after Republicans in Congress refused to renew Obamacare tax credits, leaving nearly 20 million Americans struggling with skyrocketing premiums. This includes Astrid Story from Denver, Colorado, who's been battling thyroid cancer. She says her monthly premium rose $500 from $1,400 to $1,900.
How is that fair? How is that fair to a cancer patient that their first thought has to be, am I going to be able to afford the treatment that is going to keep me alive?
And Senator Chuck Schumer met with President Trump yesterday, urging him to pressure GOP senators to take up a House-passed bill extending Obamacare subsidies for 3 more years. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Coming up this morning, one donation at a time, how your generosity is helping save lives across Chicagoland. Plus, no gym, no weights, no excuses. We're focusing on fitness later on this morning.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
With the mercury expected to take a dive this weekend, Anti-Cruelty is reminding pet owners to be mindful of their fur babies. Limit your pet's time outdoors if you can. They have a fur coat, but they're still susceptible to frostbite. Watch for signs of hypothermia, including shivering, weakness, and cold ears. Also protect your pet's paws from icy and salty sidewalks. Booties are recommended, or to wash those paws with warm water once they come back inside.
The 2026 Great Chicago Blood Drive is officially in the books, and because of you, thousands of lives are going to be saved.
Yeah, from first-time donors to long-time volunteers, generosity showed up in a big way across the region. Here's ABC7's Cheryl Scott.
We collected 2,603 units of blood at our Great Chicago Blood Drive. Donors from across Chicagoland stepped up this week to help patients who rely on blood every single day.
It's better to give than receive. So I say, you know what? Sacrifice, get up, take a shower, brush your teeth, and come on out here and donate and do your part.
Donors braved the bitter cold this year to give the gift of life. Hospitals rely on a steady supply for trauma victims, cancer patients, and those managing chronic conditions like sickle cell disease.
I had a cousin who had sickle cell, and she's no longer with us, but it's just so important that they get those infusions.
And while every single drop is a life-saving gift, type O donors are especially critical.
By the way, what's my blood type? And they're like, you're O negative. And they're like, that's rare. You can give to anybody.
From the Merchandise Mart and Mokina to Highland, Indiana, from the South Side to Schaumburg and Lake Zurich, ABC7 viewers showed up.
Cheryl Scott, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
So a big thank you to Chicago, making a powerful impact on the community.
Well, right now, we're going to join our Good Morning America viewers. I'll have a news update on TV in just a little bit, and you'll see it here as well.
And when we come back this morning, it started with a single post. Now it's 25 years of clicks, curiosity, and crowdsourced knowledge.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning at 7:23. I'm Tanya Babich. We're waiting for Addison police to release details about a person shot in the western suburb. Throughout our morning, investigators have been working near Lake and 3rd Avenue. The Addison Fire Department tells us one person was shot and taken to the hospital. We're working to get the victim's condition. In Chicago, a 28-year-old man was critically hurt after he was stabbed during an attempted robbery. It was this morning near 74th and May. Nobody is in custody. Let's get a check of the ABC7 AccuWeather forecast now. Here's meteorologist Tracy Butler.
Hi there, Tanya. Visibility has become a little more challenging this morning as this snow is falling. Most of the snow has been falling fairly lightly. At times we get something a little bit more moderate, like down around Joliet. But notice the back edge is already starting to come in to some of our far northwest suburbs as well as far west suburbs. But in Schaumburg, right here in the city, Worth, and now moving into Indiana, that's where we are seeing the snow. Starting to see that visibility at Gary drop, and this is moderate snow that's falling at Midway with that half-mile visibility. Temperatures right now are in the 20s, wind chills in the teens, probably some additional snow here later this afternoon and evening, but that will be more slushy. Diane with traffic after this.
It's starting the day with hope, knowing you're in the right place, having access to advanced treatments and the most experienced cancer experts. When you're facing cancer, it's not just one thing that makes the difference. It's everything. The big, the small, the unexpected, that helps you keep moving forward. Advocate Healthcare. Cancer care that makes the difference.
Welcome back. For those of you just joining us, we do have a ground stop at O'Hare right now for all arrivals because of the changing weather conditions. The changing weather conditions, by the way, not doing very well on the roads. We've got a crash West Chicago, Prince Crossing Road and Roosevelt Road. Heads up there. As far as the travel times go, nice and high across the board with most of our travel times right around 45 to 55 minutes on our inbound expressways. But we're seeing pretty significant outbound delays on the Kennedy especially. Eastbound I-88, let's go out to our tollway camera over at Myers. Getting word of a crash there. You can't see the crash because it's in the lane just beyond this camera, but look at those headlights. It's at least a mile and a half delay approaching that crash scene.
Welcome back, everybody. 7:27, and look at that. Oh, the snow. It has arrived. We've got another system moving through later today. Tracy's tracking it for us, and we'll talk to her in just a bit. But first, Wikipedia is marking a major milestone today, turning 25 years old.
Yeah, the online encyclopedia launched January 15, 2001 with its very first post and has since grown into one of the most visited websites in the world. Today, Wikipedia features millions of articles in hundreds of languages, all written and edited by volunteers around the globe. Even with its reach, Wikipedia remains a nonprofit, relying on donations and community editors to keep information free and accessible. And part of that setup in that format has also led to questions of accuracy, right? And if what I'm reading is true, because it is.
Is there an entry about you?
You know what? That's a good question. Tony checked. There is not. Good, thankfully. God knows what the heck would show up about me online. Coming up this morning, streaming at 7, from filters to flashbacks, the trend tapping into a longing for simpler times.
Plus, win or lose, one thing is clear, Bears fans are all in for this playoff run.
And we are learning how a simple reset for your fitness routine might be just what you need. It's on the way after 7:45 this morning. Dude's Jack.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 continues.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Friday, January the 16th, my mama's birthday.
How nice.
Happy birthday,
Hey, Mama.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, always. All right, not a great weather day around here.
No, well, they say rain's good luck on your wedding day. Maybe snow's good luck on your birthday.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like that.
I just made that up. But today, we're starting off with this snow. It's trucking along here, however, but it has reduced visibility. In fact, at Midway right now, visibility is down to a half mile. So that's moderate snow that's falling. Temperatures right now 20s, wind chills currently in the teens. Diane.
All right, out there on the road, starting to really see that snow starting to make an impact on the traffic. So O'Hare has a ground stop for all arrivals because of the changing weather conditions. We only have about 7 cancellations, but things may be just delayed a bunch, so you definitely want to check with your airline. As far as road conditions go, definitely seeing high travel times across the board. This certainly is not helping. Eastbound I-88, check out our tollway 2 camera at Myers. We have a crash there taking out at least 1 lane of traffic, and the delay is about 1.5 miles to 2 miles right now approaching that scene.
Got it. All right, Diane, thank you so much. Want to get to what we're talking about today, and it's about Sunday's showdown at Soldier Field, of course. May feel familiar for longtime Bears fans.
Long time. It's the last time the Bears faced the Rams in the playoffs was 40 years ago. A run that ended, of course, with a Super Bowl title. Well, now some of those Bears from that championship season are hoping that history repeats itself. John Garcia has more in this story.
Soldier Field looks quite a bit different than it did the last time the Bears and the Rams met in the playoffs 40 years ago, but Bears fans are certainly hoping for a similar result this time around. It was the NFC Championship game with the winner going to the Super Bowl. It featured legendary Bears, including future Hall of Famers like Walter Payton, and matched two legendary head coaches, Mike Ditka and the Rams' John Robinson. But the game was never close. Tom Thayer is the longtime radio analyst for the Bears and played on the offensive line for the Super Bowl championship '85 team.
It's the most confident group of football players I've ever been around as an active player. And it was almost like the foregone conclusion that we are going to go out and win the game.
Thayer's Super Bowl jersey and trophy are on display at home. He says this season's Bears team has also been fun to watch. Hall of Fame defensive tackle Dan Hampton, another '85 Bear, had a quarterback sack and forced fumble in that NFC Championship game against the Rams. The Bears won it easily, 24-0. He believes this current Bears team can win as well.
They're not scared of anybody. They think they can match up with anyone, anywhere.
The '85 Bears were full of colorful characters like the Fridge, William Perry, and punky QB Jim McMahon. Tom Thayer says the current team has plenty of characters as well, led by the Iceman, quarterback Caleb Williams. Thayer says he believes they have the talent to make this a truly memorable season.
This ride is as enjoyable as any sports ride that we've had in Chicago of any of the sports.
No matter the result, however, the '85 Super Bowl Bears say they're rooting for the current team to end the 40-year championship drought.
We want the Bears to win, and unfortunately they haven't. This is the first time that I honestly can say what they're doing makes us all proud, and we can't wait for this week.
The Bears were the overwhelming favorites going into that game with the Rams 40 years ago. This weekend, however, oddsmakers have the Rams favored. Outside Soldier Field, John Garcia, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
It's great to see so many of those guys, those legends. They're still around, still enjoying this run. Many of them still in Chicago, which is also fantastic. So hopefully we can win this game this weekend, and
of course we can.
We can get some of these guys here in studio and reminisce, and hopefully look towards something awesome
big
in February potentially. I don't even want to say it. I don't want to jinx it. I'm going to leave it alone because I feel like I am the jinx. By the way, I don't.
Oh, really?
I do. I don't know. It's like I went to a Bears game. A Bulls game, like the first time in a minute, like a year, and they were doing really, really well. They were playing the Sixers, and that was the worst game that I went to that they'd had all season long.
Wow.
They lost by like 20 or 30 points.
Wow.
And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I'm watching the game with the Bears last week, first half miserable, turned off the TV, came back, fourth quarter, they win the game. So I did everything I did last week, got the Bears socks, the tie, the suit, and I think I'm gonna watch the first half and then turn off the TV again and then see what happens in the second.
I love me a good superstition.
I can't help myself now.
I can't either.
But it's
I just love
so
it.
But now you're
sports.
You're also setting yourself up that you're not going to be able to watch for the rest of the season.
That's okay.
That's
Look, if they win, doesn't matter.
Right.
He'll
That's all right.
watch
We'll figure it
highlights.
out. There you go. Right? I'll read about it. It'll be all right. Yeah.
Well, from lifelong fans to the next generation of believers, Bears playoff pride is being passed down one cheer at a time.
Yeah, for Patty Dottie, or Duty of Chicago's South Side, Bears pride is a way of life. Born and raised a fan, she shared this moment of pure joy. Her nephew and his friends absolutely pumped.
And shirtless.
Yeah, outside in the cold.
Crazy.
They don't even feel it. Even the dog is happy. Yeah, that was Chicago all weekend long after that.
How fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
I just hope we can do it again.
I know.
And keep this going.
I'm so sorry, Chad.
I don't even want to talk. I just want to watch these videos. This is Bears fandom running deep for Elijah White and Linwood. He says his family has been Bears fans out of the womb. Riding every high and every low together. Now they're loving this moment. They waited a long time for it. Excited to see their team doing well as the playoff push continues.
Come on, Sunday. Let's get this thing on. I'm ready for it at this point. My goodness.
Stay with ABC7 for continuing coverage of the showdown at Soldier Field on our free ABC7 Chicago app and online, abc7chicago.com.
Yeah, I'm tired of talking about it. Let's bring on some football.
Watch some football.
We're streaming out loud this morning. We'll get a break in. We're back with more right after this.
Good morning. We're hoisting the AccuWeather alert banners there this morning just because of the timing of this snow. It's not a lot of snow, but it's very inconvenient. At times it has been reducing visibility, but you see the back edge there now up in McHenry County. Still snowing at O'Hare and Midway. Visibility has lowered significantly at both airports. Schaumburg down to Naperville, into Joliet, over through Worth, into East Chicago, Indiana. Snow is confirmed even down to Manteno and Crete. And yes, over in Indiana, we have seen that visibility drop in Gary. Hasn't dropped yet Valparaiso or LaPorte, but it will. Down to half-mile visibility. That's not good at all out at Midway, and 1 mile visibility currently out at O'Hare. Temperatures are in the 20s in the area, so any untreated surfaces, easily we could get that snow sticking. And then the wind chills this morning, as you see, for the most part, are in the teens. So we have this burst of snow here this morning. It will wind down probably by mid-morning. By that, I'm talking 10-ish, maybe by 11 over in northern Indiana. But then later this afternoon, temperatures will rise. Might get a few slushy bursts here later. Diane.
All right, let's talk about what's going on out there, which we want to start things off if you're just joining us this morning, about the O'Hare ground stop for all arrivals because of the weather conditions. So heads up there. And we've got a couple of suburban crashes, not a couple, we've got more than a couple. We've got several suburban crashes. I'm going to run through as much as I can here during my allotted time out in Lake Zurich. US 12 and Miller Road, we've got a crash there, creating heavy delays in that intersection out in Wheaton. Roosevelt Road and Naperville Road also have a crash in that intersection. Out in Bellwood, 25th Avenue and Madison, we have a crash there too. Take a look at the expressways, nice and stacked all across the board. We've got delays both on the inbound and outbound side on the Kennedy, starting to see some outbound delays on the Stevenson. We've got very high travel times on the inbound side. The Ryan, close to an hour coming in from 95th Street. So very busy out there with these changing weather conditions. Tanya and Terrell, back to you.
Got it, Diane. Thank you. Want to get to the cost of streaming TV this morning, and no surprise here, it is getting more expensive.
ABC's Sophie Flay breaks down what's driving prices up and what that means for your wallet.
This morning, streamflation is taking a bite out of family budgets. Paramount Plus.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
Home of Landman is the latest to raise prices by another $1 per month. The premium individual plan now $13.99. Music streamer Spotify also raising prices for the third time in 3 years. Family plans jumping by $2 a month.
Our social fabric right now, psychologically, these streaming services are being seen as a utility, an indispensable thing that people will pay for every month. So it might be quite a while before people give up their grip on subscriptions, even as prices rise.
The overall cost of subscription video services jumped by nearly 20% last month alone. And prices are up an average of $7 per month since 2020. As streamers buy rights to more content, including live sports. Mega deals, including Netflix potentially buying Warner Brothers, could also put pressure on the bottom line.
Plus is actually now standard, but it is better than common. And this new tier, it is ultra premium.
The cost of content is always going up. So I don't know where it stops, but obviously it has to stop somewhere because eventually consumers will reach their limit.
So how do you fight back against the streamflation? The so-called churn strategy, subscribing to one service for a month to binge a show, then canceling and moving to the next. But it will start to cost you because most providers are no longer offering free trials, except ads. Downgrading from a premium to an ad-supported tier can slash your bill by up to 50%. And check your perks. Some credit cards, cell phone plans, and services like Walmart Plus offer discounts on streaming services. Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
All right, now to the blast from the bandwidth. Social media users are bringing back 2016, flooding feeds with throwbacks and the caption 2026 is the new 2016.
So we're going to look back at some of our 2016 memories. Diane, your
Yay,
first.
my favorite. This is one of my, I know, isn't it so pretty? We're so dressed up here.
You guys both look beautiful.
Thank you. We're at one of our cousins' weddings, so that was really fun. And that was just a fun year, just very little responsibility. You know what I mean? Just travel, have fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, I looked back at my 2016 pictures, and I
Oh,
was like,
your sis.
I hiked the Inca Trail with my sister all the way to Machu Picchu in the rain, in the cold. It was not a fun experience getting there, but it was super rewarding, really beautiful. 2016, I think, was one of the best years of my life.
Wow.
Oh wow.
It had no swear to God, my kids were great. I'd just gotten promoted here. You and I started doing the show together.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I met my husband Paul in 2016.
Wow.
The only thing that was, I remember telling my sister on this trip, I was like, I think I'm in love with this guy.
Oh.
I went into the bathroom and got the tub was empty. There was no water, but I got into the tub to talk to him on FaceTime when we had checked in Cusco. Because my sister and I were sharing a room, and I just wanted to chat with him for a bit. But yeah, the only thing that was missing from 2016 was JoJo. What would follow? JoJo.
Yeah. Oh wow. Wow. And when did she?
Hey! Well,
2019.
Okay, got it.
Well, if 2026 is the new 2016, then I guess the Cubs are going to win the World Series.
Amen
Heck
to
yeah.
that. That's right.
So there you go. I mean, for Cubs fans, we can only hope. What a year that was. Hopefully, with these new signings, we'll get a repeat.
Yeah. I hope so. That would be awesome. And then there's, why did we?
Bud Billiken?
Yeah, it's Bud Billiken. We really punched in on that picture. So yeah, there we go. Karen and I don't know, that was just a random one that came up this morning. I was like, oh, let me throw that in there.
And how many buds have you done since then?
Oh my gosh, that's a really
As
good
many as
question.
you've been here.
As many as I've been
12.
here.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this will be your 12th this year.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy I've been here that long.
I know.
I think about that all the time. I mean, you at
32.
what, 32, right, exactly. Man, we're the babies at how long have you been here, Diane?
14.
14.
Yeah.
It is than us, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long time. So on the way this
wait
morning.
a minute.
Yeah.
Guys, I missed my anniversary.
Happy
Which anniversary?
My work anniversary.
Oh, I was
When
like.
was it?
It was the 12th.
Oh, well, happy
nice.
anniversary.
12 years on the
Anniversary.
12th.
That's
Look at
awesome.
that.
Guys, that was also probably a big 12th on the 12th.
We can still
Yeah.
celebrate. It's okay.
There you go.
Okay.
We'll pretend
Yeah.
like it's the 12th today.
12 years. Congratulations. I thought you were going to say you missed your wedding anniversary. I'm like, you just talked about this man and how wonderful he is.
I know, but this year will be our 8th wedding anniversary. We got married real fast. But, yeah, it's easy to forget once you get in the thick of life.
Yeah, bad bet, yeah. Hey, on the way this morning, portable, powerful, and surprisingly tough.
Why resistance bands might be the most underrated workout tool out there.
Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about fitness on this Friday. And if your fitness goals could use a little reset, we have something to help. We're welcoming Shar Bell, who is a coach and trainer over at Orange Theory Fitness and my trainer over at Orange Theory Fitness in Glenview. Shar, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
I asked you to first of all, bring in something different than people can do anywhere. Something that's cheap, something that's effective. Immediately your answer was resistance bands.
Yes.
Tell me why.
They're inexpensive, they're very portable, and they're very effective.
All right, talk to me. Let's do a couple moves while you explain to us about Orange Theory.
Okay, so we'll do a shoulder press. You want to make sure you maintain tension on the band as you press your arms up and come back to your set position. Orange Theory is great. It's functional training and interval training. It's good for every age, every fitness level. We work with you with modifications. If you need more challenges, we'll give you that as well. So it's wonderful.
Shar, when I do this, I feel it in my abs too.
Yes, good ab, always about the abs. From there, we'll take it to a hinge and then a low row. So just want to hinge forward like a deadlift. From there, reach your arms out and then draw your elbows straight up, squeeze your shoulder blades.
I can't believe how hard this is.
It is unreal. Tension on the band.
And there are different types of resistance for bands, right? They're not all just one.
Yes, this is light. You don't need much.
This is light?
Yeah.
This is light.
This is light.
I know, it's crazy. Like, it's really hard. All right, real quick, Shar, I want to talk about the Transformation Challenge. I know, right? So you guys, I signed up for the Transformation Challenge. That's what Orange Theory is doing come later on this month. Talk to us about the challenge.
It's 8 weeks, so it's a great way to really kickstart your fitness journey of 2026. We have 2 main goals that you'd pick from. So including increasing muscle tone and also losing body fat.
You can use bicep. You use bicep.
Oh yes, you can also do bicep.
Drills real quick.
So again, tension. Can't say that enough. And just keep your elbows pinned in as you come full range.
Oh yeah.
All the way up, all the way down, and you will get it in your shoulders again.
And I mean, it feels like you're carrying a dumbbell.
Yes.
Wow.
You don't always
really
need
awesome.
dumbbells.
Right, you don't always need weights to be
Don't always.
And as you mentioned, if you're injured, because one of the things that unfortunately I have going on right now is I have a rotator cuff tear. So Shar's working with me on doing modifications that I can't do anymore.
Right.
So push-ups is one of them. So now I'm kind of like doing different things with that, right?
Yes.
Like obviously weights are another thing. So when I can't do, like yesterday I couldn't do something, I use the TRX bands instead.
Yes, and this is great because I give this to a lot of people with shoulder.
Yeah.
This is a really great option.
Yeah. Okay, so really quick, if you did want to do the Transformation Challenge really quick, it starts January 26, 8 weeks long.
8 weeks long. Pick your goal. There's no reason why not to do it. We all need it, right?
And it's not just all about fat loss and weight loss, right? Mine is muscle gain. That's what my goal is going to be.
Right.
So different goals, right?
Right. We'll give you new healthy habits each week that you can incorporate into your everyday life. You'll give you a lot of information. It's great stuff.
And in body scans, which is worth it in and of itself. The Transformation Challenge is just $35 and you get 2 in body scans.
2, one in the beginning, one in the end.
And what does it tell you?
It tells you your body fat percentage, your muscle percentage.
Oh, cool.
Bone density.
And where you're lacking too. So let's say like one arm is bigger than the other. It'll tell you which arm is stronger than the other.
Yeah, percentage. Percentage.
All right, sure. Thanks very much. Of course, the information about the Orange Theory Fitness Transformation Challenge will be on our website, by the way, ABC7chicago.com.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Up next, flips, focus, and a big cause. It's all in today's Festival Friday.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
It is Festival Friday. Diane is helping us jumpstart the weekend.
That's right. More than 3,000 athletes will attend this weekend's Windy City Invitational, showcasing men's and women's gymnastics, collegiate sessions, and an expanded tumbling and trampoline lineup. The Invitational also marks the launch of a new nonprofit dedicated to expanding access to gymnastics for the underserved, plus scholarships will also be awarded during the event. If you're engaged, plan nearly every detail of your big day at the Wedding Showcase in Naperville. On Saturday, experience one-stop shopping with more than 70 wedding professionals all at one place over at Naper Settlement.
All right, good stuff.
Oh, yeah. And from hoops to hometown blooms, Windy City Weekend is stacking the spotlight.
Yeah, coming up today at 11:30, beloved Chicagoan and 2011 Bulls MVP Derrick Rose is going to be live in the house to talk about opening his new family-owned flower shop and his jersey retirement that's happening next weekend.
I love that they're having a flower shop. Plus, Power Book 4, Force actors Corey Williams and K.I. Stop by ahead of tonight's season finale.
Richard Roper is here. He's going to review the newest movies, including Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's latest thriller that's now streaming on Netflix. Is it a save or a spend? All coming up at 11:30 on Windy City Weekend. It's going to be great. All right, National Fig Newton Day today. If that's your thing, go and grab you some.
It's our thing.
It's our thing.
Yes.
Not our thing.
No, pass. But someone did mention heating them up.
I think Tanya said, did you say
No,
that?
it was Tyra.
Oh, really?
I haven't had that before. That
haven't
actually
either.
sounds like it would be like fresh out of the oven.
Ooh.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's going to do it for us for this streaming hour. We have another one, though.
It kind of, yeah.
10 minutes.
Right.
10 minutes starting at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to go do a news update for you in just a few minutes.